Alright, here's a little lesson on Mary Had a Little Lamb. I'm going to start the lesson off really easy and then build my way up. I'm going to start assuming you don't know anything about music, maybe just how to read notes, and maybe you know what the notes are on the keyboard. And I'll start with really simple Mary Had a Little Lamb and build up to a jazzy version like you just heard. In the key of C, the notes to Mary Had a Little Lamb are E, D, C, D, E, 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 D, 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 E, G, G, E, D, C, D, E, 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 D, D, E, D, C. If you're going to play those notes on the piano, you can see on pianos there are pairs of 2 black notes or 3 black notes. Right next to any pair of 2 black notes, the note just to the left is a C. If you go up just on the white notes, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, those are the notes we're going to be playing. So if we play Mary Had a Little Lamb, we will play E, D, C, D, E, 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 D, 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 E, G, G, E, D, C, D, E, 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 D, D, E, D, C. Now if you already know how to play piano, hopefully you skipped ahead, but that's for an absolute beginner. Okay, in the key of C, Mary Had a Little Lamb only has 2 chords, a C chord and a G chord. You can see wherever the C is, that's when you play the C chord. You'll continue to play the C chord until you get to a G, and then you'll switch to the G chord, and then back to the C chord. I'll go ahead and show you how that works on the piano. Okay, a chord is just 2 or more notes played together that sound good. A C chord is the 1, 3, and 5 of a C scale. And now, for this lesson, all you need to know is, if it's a C chord, you start with a C, and you do every other note. That's a C chord. The G chord would be the same thing, starting on a G, doing every other note. Now, if we want to play this song, what we're going to do is play the chords with our left hand. So, if I play a C chord down here, I can play the melody up here. So if you want to practice that for a little while and get to where you're good at playing it that way, then you can start playing the C chord a little more often. When you get to where you can do that, it's nice to do some arpeggios. Just do a little pattern with your left hand. And a pattern that I'm going to do, if you number the notes of a scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just to play a pattern of 1, 5, 3, 5, 1, 5, 3, 5 on your left hand. And play it like that. And then at first you can just practice singing. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. Then put your hands together. Practice like that until you can play that. As soon as you get to where you can play Mary Had a Little Lamb, when you can play it like that, and you can play the melody up here, down here, wherever you want. When you can play it like that, then you're ready for me to show you the jazzy version that comes next. Alright, now if you can play Mary Had a Little Lamb with the chords I've shown you here with an arpeggio and you're getting pretty good at it, you can try substituting some more jazzy chords that makes it a really fun song to play. So instead of C's and G's, it looks like a whole bunch of complicated chords, but they're really not. The capital M stands for major, and the small m stands for minor. So C major 7, D minor 7, E minor 7. You don't even need to know how to read music to play this. So the C major 7 chord, you start on a C, and you play every other white note. That's a C major 7. Play a D and do every other white note. That's a D minor 7, E minor 7. When you go to the A minor 7, I drop down to an A note and play every other note. D minor 7. And then the G7 is just a G chord where you play every other note. Alright, so now I'm going to put the camera up and I'll show you how to play those chords with the melody. Okay, when I play this, I do my chords an octave lower than middle C. And if I wanted to play the melody here, so my hands will run into each other. So I'll play the melody an octave higher. So instead of starting right here, I'll start right here. So C major 7, and that's how I'll start. Now when I play the song, instead of just playing, I like to slide off of the E flat into the E. Just makes it sound a little more jazzy. And when I play the chords, I don't always do a fixed pattern. I'll sometimes go, sometimes I'll just go and hit the whole chord. Sometimes I might go. I just do whatever feels right at the time. So here is Mary Had a Little Lamb with the substituted chords that I showed you earlier. And that is a nice little song. And then I thought, well, at the ending, instead of just ending on snow, why not end with a nice ending? So I ended it instead with a F major 7, which I play by playing an F, a C, and an F, a 1, 5, 8 on the left hand. And then I play, it's the equivalent of an A minor chord, but when you put it all together it becomes an F major 7. So you just walk everything down one note, it becomes an E minor 7 and a D minor 7. So when you walk it down, it's F major 7, E minor 7, and D minor 7. And what I do is I play that 3 times and then end on a C major 7. So the ending looks like this. And then I decided to make it more interesting, play the right hand at middle C, go up and do the same thing, but raise your hand an octave. And that's a nice ending. And then at the end of the song, I thought to myself, why not throw something neat in there, and so I go up at the end, and after I throw that in at the end, and that's basically, I have no idea what that is, but when I was a little kid I remember a commercial for some product. It was either a soft drink or macaroni and cheese or something, but they at the end they would say, "This is dedicated to the one I love." And so when I finished the song, I just thought would be a nice way to end the song. And then I usually hit a note down here or up here or wherever, just to round it out. So now I will play the entire Mary Had a Little Lamb jazzy version for you, and you can follow along, or whatever you want to do. All right, hope that was useful and fun and gave you something to practice and work on and have fun with. All right, thank you.